And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Sellers. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Ready. Hey, kill it. 390, twilight.
Quick give. It's Clark. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Hunt. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd and long here. Again, it's Sellers. Throwing right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just one of those mistakes. It can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Oh, a double pass. They're all over it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Simmons. Look out. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 7 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Eagles with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The win puts them a... over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Straight ahead, it's Roberts. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Now here's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Here's Simmons to throw. Makes the grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Reels it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest, but there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the gun, give to Hardy. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, it's Roberts. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the fourth. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
The screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Third and long right here. Making the adjustment. From the gun on third down, Sellers. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Punt is on its way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They don't need a bunch on second down. Simmons under pressure, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Now here's Simmons. Fires to the right. Nice job to pick up the first down, and at the 42.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Direct snap. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams, Bryce alive on third down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. The 10. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Driving forward, it's Hardy. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball secured. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Tigers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. He'll try to tack on one more. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Maybe a double pass. Out wide right, it's Harbor. Finds some room. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. They can't stop the clock, and the defense really can't do anything about this, David.
Nah, great spot to be in for the offense. They know just take a knee, no timeouts for the defense, take the clock down to 0, Paul.
And they've got to feel good, too, David. Hard-fought game. It was a physical contest, but, man, getting these W's, that is a sweet, sweet taste.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Simmons. Moving out to the right. They get to him as he throws. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He's got the first down. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.